Hey, I took a quick trip to New Orleans and I recorded everything that I did. Make sure you stick around and check it out. So we'll get right into it. I went to New Orleans the end of September 2023. The weather was perfect, by the way. It was actually rather warm in the high 80s and even 90s some days. I stayed at the Royal Sonesta, which I was very satisfied with. I am showing you a little bit of the room that I stayed in. I do have a full video on the Royal Sonesta with the hotel and review. If you're interested in that, make sure you check it out. I initially had a room with no balcony view and I thought that would be no fun. I decided to get a balcony view room right on Bourbon Street where all the action was, and that definitely helped me have a most wonderful time. Of course, the nighttime was super entertaining. There was all kinds of things going on all over the street, all types of people, different crowds. They sold art, they had snakes. There was just everything that you could think of. There was live entertainment. Overall, just a really cool vibe and experience. So the first place that I stopped at was the Sazerac House. It's an interactive cocktail exhibit museum and it's free, absolutely free. You can get tastings, look at some cool exhibits, and learn about some history in New Orleans. So if you're looking for something cool and free to do, that could be it. Now for the main event, Beyonce was in town while I was in New Orleans. I was so nervous because I was by myself and I didn't know if I wanted to go to the concert by myself. I had never been to a concert by myself and the ticket prices were crazy. It was an hour before the show and I was just like, I don't know. And then I just said, boom, I'm going. And it was a time. I got floor seats because if I was going to see Beyonce, I was going to see Beyonce, okay? And it was an amazing show. She's an absolute amazing entertainer. I have seen her numerous times before, and it was not disappointing at all. As far as being at the concert by myself, it was an experience. I actually met a girl who needed an Uber, so she drove with me to get there. And then I met another girl that was by herself while I was there. We lost each other, but that was okay. It was definitely an experience, and I would do it again. This is some of the show. She was just amazing, y'all. Anytime you get a chance to see Beyonce, go for it. So I did it and it was every bit of worth it. I had so much fun. I had a ball at the Renaissance World Tour in New Orleans. So the next day I went to another interactive museum. This was called JamNola, which stands for Joy, Art, Music, NOLA. And it was like a selfie museum, and it was just about joy, art, and music in New Orleans, more history of New Orleans, more of the culture. I really enjoyed it. It was a good time. It was $30 to get in, and you do have to buy the ticket online in advance. There weren't many people in there while I was in there, and it takes about 30 minutes to get through, but definitely a cool experience worth the visit. Now, you already know, while I was in New Orleans, I got my eat on. I have a whole video dedicated to everything I ate. This is just a quick playback of all the things that I ate while I was there. You know, I had to make sure that I had a beignet. New Orleans is famous for their beignets. I stopped at a few different spots for brunch, and they did not disappoint at all. Every chance I got, I ordered charred grilled oysters. They were so good, so amazing. So many different places to get it from. I had to make sure that I had that at plenty of them. This is basically the way all my plates looked after I finished all my dinners. It was amazing eating in New Orleans. I would suggest that you do research and make sure that you go to some of the popular places. Again, a full video if you're interested. Next thing I did was went to the swamp. I have a whole video on that as well. But just as a quick recap, I did want to see some alligators and I just wanted to see them in their element. So I went with Ragin' Cajun tours and they did pick me up from my hotel and it was $115 for a person. I was in a little shock when the tour guide did stick his hand in the water and pull out a baby alligator. So that was really cool. The tour was probably about an hour and I would say that it was worth it. It was definitely an experience that I will not have again. Definitely learned a lot of interesting facts. There were other tours that had zip lining as an option. That was not an option for myself, but it's definitely something that you can look into. Overall, I had a great time in New Orleans. It's an amazing city and I would go back again and again. Make sure that you check out all the videos that I have posted. Make sure that you subscribe and turn on your notification for new videos. Thank you so much for coming to watch and can't wait to talk again soon.